Wendy Williams has humiliated Kevin Hunter live on air after Kevin Hunter went broke because she didn't have to pay him anymore. And it is hilarious, since their divorce Hunter's only source of income has been the alimony payment she received. Williams thinks it's hilarious that Hunter lost all his money and has been making fun of him for it. Coca-Cola raspberry tanning. I'm not cooking anymore, he can come applause. Particularly when it comes to her private life, Wendy Williams is notorious for her frankness and biting wit. Hence it should come as no surprise that now that she is no longer required to pay alimony to her ex-husband Kevin Hunter, she finds it extremely funny. Love the shade Wendy Williams threw at her husband today during Trendy at Wendy saw pots and pans and said, "Pots and pans, I'm not cooking anymore." Then she looked right into the camera. And if looks could kill Kevin, would be DOA #Wendy Williams, #Wendy Williams. Show Wendy has won her battle against her ex-husband Kevin Hunter, who will no longer get alimony payments from her after the judge's ruling. And she has looked a lot better for it being spotted out. And about music, Wendy has always previously talked about recovering from the whole thing and restarting her life with a new podcast, although its premiere day currently remains up in the air. I've got enough money to do something else. And what I've never done podcasts. In 2019, Williams filed for divorce from her husband of 21 years, citing infidelity and cruelty. Reports continue to surface that Hunter had a kid with his long-standing alleged mistress Sharina Hudson. After his marriage to Williams had already ended, according to reports, Sharina Hudson is also thinking about leading Kevin after he was denied a motion to reinstate his alimony payments, which is maybe even funnier news for Wendy. Hunter, the ex-husband of talk show star Wendy Williams, reportedly faces homelessness, and Hudson is reportedly tired of the relationship's financial instability. Sources close to the couple say that Hudson is worried about her own future without Hunter's financial assistance. Others have speculated that this is the beginning of the end for the long-term couple. What will develop in their relationship is something only time can reveal, as previously revealed by Page 6. A New Jersey judge has dismissed Hunter's request that the former talk show host continues her payments, totaling $250,000 per month. The crux of Hunter's complaint was that he had lost control of his finances after the alimony check stopped. The Sun reports that a New Jersey judge has determined that after Williams and Hunter's divorce is final in January 2020, Williams' financial guardian is not obligated to continue paying Hunter alimony checks. When they divorced, Hunter was given a monthly stipend and a portion of the proceeds from the sale of the mansion in Livingston, New Jersey, that they formerly owned together. The judge labeled Hunter's request for continued alimony after the check stopped flowing in February 2022 is not emergent, further ordering the application to be dismissed without prejudice. Additionally, the judge also ruled that when it wouldn't be on the hook for Kevin's legal fees. According to Hunter, the checks came to a halt in February 2022, reportedly after the host suffered from several health issues. "I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to homeowners associations, and I'm behind on that bill." Read his file obtained by the U.S. Senate. The 50-year-old said his ex-wife's pause payments have greatly affected his life. And then he also is behind on his car insurance and credit card payments. If the homeowners association fees are not paid, foreclosure will soon follow, Kennan said, and is pleading to the court about the home he shares with his baby mama and love child. Car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. "I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended." Kevin continued in his filing, "The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely emergent to me." He wrote. Many fans celebrated this win for Williams, suggesting Hunter should think about applying for jobs instead of relying on his ex-wife's income. Verdict is good news for Williams' bank account. But Hunter still has the option of taking the issue to mediation, where a neutral third party would be asked to facilitate a reasonable resolution between the parties as quickly as possible. Apparently, the judge mandated binding arbitration or some other form of conflict settlement between Williams and Hunter, as reported by the United States. Senate, the judge apparently had a different take on the situation, since he or she ruled against Hunter's crisis. The 58-year-old explained her reluctance to talk about the breakup during a Hot Topic segment on her highly rated daytime talk show. Everybody has things in their life that they're not ready to share with the world, she said at the time plans for a comeback podcast, where Williams said she would make more money than she did on her talk show, has seemingly stalled according to those with knowledge of the issue. Nearly everyone who relied on Williams has betrayed her. TV execs who reportedly profited off her talk program are reportedly making fun of her behind her back and talking trash to one another, as reported by Radar online sources. Say Wendy's former friends have abandoned her after enduring months of the 58-year-old professional gabber's unhinged behavior that ultimately led to losing her show in June. Now, the recovering addict's only companions are paid staff who are waging a desperate effort to keep her clean and sober. Insiders dished when you're happy. The world grins with you when you're sad. You cry alone. And this is exactly Wendy's experience. The people who used to care about her are ignoring her now that she's in distress. She broke down in tears as she described the abuse she endured at the hands of her ex-spouse and the cold shoulder she's received from others. Since then, can't be comforting all the people who hung on to her when she was on top as a daytime diva had headed for the hills. And don't even answer her phone calls anymore, snitched to source. Worse, industry insiders said Wendy's plans to mount a chat show comeback are being met with outward silence and private laughter by TV execs who believe her off-the-rails behavior, including multiple rehab stints, embarrassing public episodes, and unexcused absences, has made her toxic and unemployable. Recently, we found out that she is a survivor of sexual assault and has battled substance abuse. In addition, the Dancing with the Star said she received endless calls from well-wishers when she revealed she had had 2 miscarriages before giving birth to her son in 2000. You'd be surprised how many women opened up and said, "Oh my gosh, Wendy, that happened to me. I would get stopped in the streets. It really became very soothing for me to feel like my loss was able to help other people not feel embarrassed, not feel ugly or less than a woman." Throughout the season, Williams' purple chair was filled with a variety of A-listers serving as guest hosts. At the beginning of last year, it was announced that Williams would not be returning to her top program of the same name. Former radio presenter Wendy Williams missed 3 weeks of The Wendy Williams Show in 2018 owing to her battle with Graysdale illness and hyperthyroidism. Wendy's doctor recommended 3 weeks of bed rest to help her body readjust to the new dosage of medicine. Deborah Mercury decided to replace The Wendy Williams Show with a new talk show